Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome. This is Justin with Voices for Voices. We're grateful as always to have you with us on this episode of a Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. Uh, we're still plugging away. We're still helping a lot of people. That's helping a lot of people. Almost 100 countries, 1,000 cities. This is episode number 380, so that would mean we would have 20 episodes left to hit the number 400 total episodes by the end of calendar year 2025. And I have a sneaky suspicion that we're going to do that. Just call me positive, upbeat. I think we're going to do it, and it's an awesome feeling to be able to bring as much to you as humanly possible and help others. We have that lofty goal still in place, help 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. That has remained. There's been no movement off of that. And in fact, we're looking to help more than 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. Since we last had an episode, 379, we have been really pounding the pavement with TikTok lives. Yeah, so that's a whole different ball game. Um, than doing the show. Now, yeah, it's front in front of a camera and there's some similarities, but it's different and uh, it also is time consuming and there is, a bit of stress that it does come along with filming those TikTok lives. And what we've been doing in the most recent TikTok lives has been detailing our expansion in our TikTok shop, which includes at the current moment on the Voices for Voices TikTok shop, you can purchase one or four of four different books. And so we're going to spend this show going a little bit deeper into what those books are and uh, probably go through maybe the back cover just to kind of share a little bit in addition to those that aren't or haven't heard of at least two of the books because they're very new in our portfolio. But yeah, we do now have a TikTok shop that is up and running on our Voices for Voices channel. Uh, and we have four books for sale. One is a comic book, and then three are let's say like regular books. And so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna be shifting the background behind me. So you're gonna see that change from our original background that we always have to um, to kind of like what's actually behind me. In and so just as a heads up that all of what you're about to see is right at this very moment for sale on Amazon uh, .com. So you can You can pick and choose where you want to make your purchases from. It's up to you, but everything you see is not only available for purchase in our TikTok shop, but in our Voices for Voices publishing spot in Amazon.com. So let's not waste any more time and let us see if I can adjust the background so there's no background. All right. So here we are. Let's see what we can do. I think it's blurring it. It doesn't say it is, but it feels like it is. We'll find out. Okay. So four books. Two of them you've heard of. Two of them you may have heard of, or you may not have heard of. So we're just prefacing that as we get started. So all available for purchase in our TikTok shop, our Voices for Voices TikTok shop, and also available for purchase on Amazon.com. So the first book, get the glare off of here. Okay. So this one's titled The Young Siren Born, and that part is for some reason being blurred out really bad. Not sure why. Uh, Author by David Solomon, artwork by David Solomon, and as you can see here in the corner, bottom corner, if I can. Okay, it's on this side. Voices for Voices Publishing. So it's The Young Siren Born, brought to you by Voices for Voices Publishing, and David Solomon did all the artwork for the cover, as well as wrote this particular book. So the back cover reads like this. Again, available right now in our TikTok shop, our Voices for Voices TikTok shop, as well as Amazon.com. When a deadly toxin filled the Rogue Valley's air, only a few of the Siren-born survived. Among them were Theo, Thomas, and Sadie, rescued and adopted by the man who found them, Mr. Benson. But when Mr. Benson suddenly goes missing, the three must uncover the truth. Their search leads them into the mysterious dream dimension, where faith, courage, and biblical truths will guide them through secrets darker than they ever imagined. And this book here is perfect for age ranges. Still don't know why it's being a little bit blurry, but here we go. Found the shot. This is perfect for young readers, uh, 8 and up. So, Young Siren Born added to our TikTok shop, also available on Amazon.com. The second we're going to highlight tonight is the Adalan. So let's see, maybe if we get a good zoom, maybe. We'll see. Our camera's being a little funky tonight. But the Atalan, the story is by David Solomon. The art is by Cooper Saunders. We want to say a big thank you to Cooper Saunders for the fantastic artwork that he has uh, he has put into this. So here's some of it's blurry. Apologize for that, but we're trying to give you as much of insight into what you will find inside and outside uh, the Adalan. And again, this is once again brought to you by Voices for Voices Publishing here. The back cover, just going to read that just to make it a little, yeah, it's being blurry, but so we'll read this. Long ago, a prophecy was spoken of the Adalan, a chosen one who would be born to raise Atlantis from the depths and unite the land and sea. In the present day, teenage Will lives an ordinary life on the Oregon coast until he discovers the truth. He is the Adalan. Suddenly, his world is torn open as ancient powers awaken, and his destiny begins to unfold. But in the shadows, the devil has fallen. The devil and his fallen angels are hatching a plan to destroy him before he can fulfill the prophecy. Every step Will takes draws him deeper into a battle, not just for his life, but for the future of heaven, earth, and the seas. This is the beginning of the Christian superhero cinematic universe, a groundbreaking saga from Voices for Voices Publishing that will expand into comics, novels, TV series, video games, and multiple spin-offs. As a special bonus, this issue also includes a sneak peek at another upcoming series, Otter Town. And so we bring this one up because number one, it is added to our TikTok shop. It's also available on Amazon.com, and the hottest author in the world, David Solomon, who also wrote what we had just looked at, The Young Siren Born, who also did the artwork for the Young Siren Born cover. Uh, this is the first comic that David has written. He's written screenplays. Uh, he's written songs. He's written novels. There's really not a whole lot in the media and entertainment uh, arenas that he hasn't been part of. Growing up with his mom being uh, very engulfed in the middle of uh, just writing. That's the career. That's what he is chosen for to do. That was what he's called for to do. Uh, so that's the other reason why, again, we're bringing this up and putting this on our TikTok shop because it's the first, I guess, crossover uh, into a comic book, which David's never gotten into until now. So up until now, we have shown kind of our two. Let's see how I can do this. So we got the Young Siren Born. We got the Adalan. Again, both now at this very moment that you're watching or listening to this show, you can head over to the Voices for Voices TikTok shop, or you can head on over and use your Amazon Prime to purchase one, both, or multiple copies of each. Uh, Same thing for what we're about to show you that some of you may have already known about, but we are well, we brought this into our TikTok shop. This has been available on Amazon for a period of time, and we brought this also to our TikTok shop because number one, it is uh, it's about mental health, mental illness. It's basically my journey, and then hitting rock bottom in November of 2017 and working my way back. Uh, and that's what Voices for Voices was really built on. One of the biggest pieces of the foundation is uh, me and my mental health. And and so we thought it'd make a lot of sense to bring this into our TikTok shop as well as it being available on Amazon, not only in the print version, in the soft cover, as we're going to show you, but electronically and as well as audio. So we did record the audio book as well. So we'll see how the photo does for. So this is the House of You prescription for living. And so you may have heard of the House of You before. That is another brand that I uh, am part of. That was a brand that came before Voices for Voices, uh, but it really got the start of Voices for Voices. So while it's under, well, prescription for living on the bottom here, as you see, uh, while it's under the House of You moniker brand, the sales, all the sales goes to help mental health, mental illness survivors, survivors of trafficking and other trauma, uh, PTSD, our veterans. It goes a wide range of uses. So we're able to use this particular book when it's sold under the Voices for Voices moniker. So if you purchase it on our Voices for Voices TikTok shop, then the sales go through the charity Voices for Voices as far as the profit and loss statement and all those things. And if it's purchased under the House of You or on Amazon, then those sales go through a just a regular small corporation. So just wanted to share that because we've been getting some questions about that. So that should answer that. And so the House of You prescription for living is uh, is now available on our Voices for Voices TikTok shop. So I'm just going to read part of the back cover, not about the author part. You know a lot about me already, and you can learn more by making a purchase for you or somebody in need. We have a lot of coaches, a lot of teachers, a lot of people in leadership positions where they'll purchase this one and then what we're going to be showing next um, in bulk to help guide and help because there's actual things that are in each of the next two copies or the next two books that we're showing. The House of You Prescription for Living, and then the House of You Five Workforce Preparation Tips for a Successful Career. Uh, and so we do offer bulk sales. So reach out to us directly for that. Only serious inquiries, please. So a little bit about the House of You Prescription for Living, about my mental health. Mental health, mental illness, and the stigma that has society attached to. In Prescription for Living, Justin Allen Hayes reveals publicly for the first time ever his mental health battle with depression, anxiety, and autism that nearly ended his life in 2017. In Prescription for Living, Justin will walk you through his life with mental illness and share what some of the early symptoms of mental illness are and when to seek, when to seek professional help, that is, how mental illness can impact your daily life, including work, interpersonal relationships, and especially nutrition. For those of you who know, I dropped close to 40 pounds in that early November area of 2017. Self-diagnosing your symptoms and treatment is not the answer to mental health and mental illness. How serious mental illnesses are and how to advocate for yourself in the face of adversity. That right there is to a T, Voices for Voices, where we talk about how serious mental illnesses, trauma, all kinds of trauma. And then we also talk about advocating. So that's where our show, our ministry, advocating for ourselves as well as our guests to reach and help those 3 billion plus people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. And this is all in the face of adversity. None of this is easy. None of this is cookie cutter. Not all of this, not every area pertains to you and to me and others. Uh, there's different kinds of adversity that comes, and and so I talk about some of that adversity that's come, but there's a lot more. We may be doing a book two, a prescription for living. We're gonna have to do something else in addition to this because uh, with Voices for Voices and all that we have done, that we are doing, and what's teed up for the future, Lord willing, um, is something that we want to share. In ways to make mental illnesses one of your greatest assets. So I'll give a quick example. So I also have ADHD, ADD, and all that. So and anxiety and such. And so a lot of that comes with, increased heart rate and uh, you know, mind racing all over, constantly worried about what people think about us, how we look. Are we doing something correctly? Are we not? What do people think? And so we talk about using that to our advantage, using that almost bursts of energy that instead of, crippling us in our minds and our bodies of just that freezing, uh, we talk about how we're able to actually leverage that and make mental illness one of our greatest assets. Your life is precious, just like mine and everybody else in North America, South America, Africa, Oceania, Europe, Asia, Antarctica, Greenland, the North Pole, the South Pole, and anywhere in between and beyond. Uh, all of our lives are precious, and mental illness is serious and can be life-threatening, but it shouldn't stand in the way of your everyday life. nor your dreams and aspirations. If you are a loved one or someone who wants the opportunity to be the best you possible while harnessing and leveraging your mental illness, this book is for you. So that's The House of You, Prescription for Living. You can make that purchase on the Voices for Voices TikTok shop, or you can make that purchase for purchases on Amazon.com. And that one I wrote. The first two David Solomon have written, and he's he's one of uh, many authors that are going to be under the bill of Voices for Voices Publishing. Again, we're just getting started. And then secondly, we talked about the bulk sales with teams and coaches and teachers and superintendents and pastors and anybody's in uh, parents of homeschool children, parents of non-homeschool children. This particular book, The House of You, Five Workforce Preparation Tips for a Successful Career. This is the second edition, and you can buy this also on our Voices for Voices TikTok shop. And you can also buy it on Amazon. You can buy this on paperback. You can buy this electronically, and you can add this to your audiobook collection. I think it's about a couple hours that as far as the length, just to give you an idea. I think it's like 2 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes or something near and around there. So nothing too, nothing too long. We get right to the point, and we also have with, as you see here, with this is actually my favorite shade of blue. This kind of aqua. This is the second edition, and you'll also be able to tell with up here. It says second edition while it's being blurred out by our camera, which I have no idea why. But so our second edition includes case challenges. So that's one thing that professors, no matter where you're at, they love cases. They love sharing real world cases for their students to read, to work on, uh, for assignments. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we went back and we updated and then we added these case challenges because as an instructor, we want to bring something additional to being an instructor. We don't want to just go through, like marketing, the four P's. That is, say that was brought up ages ago. Not that they don't apply, they apply a little bit differently. But when we talk about what's really going on in the real world, what somebody can expect, a real world problem that an organization, whether you start your own organization, whether you join an organization, whether you take over a parent's company, these are real life examples that I have lived through over 15 years in the corporate space. So again, the House of You, five workforce preparation tips for a successful career now includes case challenges. And again, this is authored by myself, Justin Allen Hayes, just like the House of You Prescription for Living. I author. And again, we also have, takeaway pages or uh, actionable pages Right. So you should at least be able to see a matrix, two matrices. Uh, Even as not great as our camera is, uh, in this one particular is called the Job Offer Decision Guiding Preparation Worksheet. And and so we look at all the different areas of an offer. The base salary. Is there a variable salary or, called bonus or performance pay? Is there health insurance? Is there a retirement plan? Yes or no? If there is, yes, is there a company match? If you're accepting a job, a role, uh, that is not in your hometown, there could be relocation assistance. So those were things that I went through personally. Uh, and so that's that. And I forgot to add that with if you purchase on the TikTok shop, Voices for Voices, that all of the copies of preparation, workforce preparation, in the mental health prescription for living are all autographed by myself, the author. If you purchase these on Amazon, however, or another source, let's see. If you purchase it from a different source, they won't be signed. So I just wanted to let that be known that if you do make a purchase, I recommend making that purchase on our TikTok shop because again, they're signed, they're one of a kind, limited edition. I didn't sign very many. I think I signed maybe 100. Uh, and we're getting low uh, on that quantity. So we're not sure if we'll do another 100 that are signed or not. We'll make that decision at some point in the future. Okay, so the back cover of the Workforce book is a little bit like this. Do you feel prepared to enter the workforce? And it doesn't matter. It can be going the traditional way of primary school, secondary, into the workforce, or it could go into the trades. Uh, the one big theme that is throughout this this uh, this workforce particular book is we talk a lot about personal branding. So whether you decide to go into the military, whether you go into the trades, you're selling yourself. You're selling. Why should somebody, if you're going into the trades, why should somebody have their air conditioner fixed by you and not your competition? And so these are the types of things that we talk through. So back to the back cover. Do you feel prepared to enter the workforce? Are you going through the emotions? Going through the motions? We are going through the emotions too. Are you going through the motions, expecting that success in the workforce happens to everyone? Have you avoided workforce prep because it is not cool or because you have aspirations to become a successful entertainer and or athlete? Which again, we're talking like 1%, probably even less than 1% that actually go on to those heights. In the House of You, 5 workforce preparation tips for a successful career. Justin Allen Hayes, that's me, gives you control and puts you in the driver's seat of your workforce preparation. regardless of your outlook. Through tips, stories, and workbook pages, at the end of many chapters, Justin shares with everyone and anyone with an interest in preparing for the workforce how to build their very own house brick by brick. In these pages, you will discover how to start your workforce prep, what tools you'll need to be successful, how to separate yourself from the competition, why it's important to have confidence in your abilities, how to focus on areas within your control as opposed to areas that are out of our control or out of us being able to impact them. Your professional career has success written all over it, but only if you choose to prepare. If you're a person that wants the best opportunity to be successful but does not know where to begin, this book is for you. And so that's the back cover I just read, the top portion. Yeah, our camera's doing some funky uh, zooming in and out. And so again, these two, the House of You prescription for living. So that's this one right here. This one's the mental health one, and this one's the workforce one. If you go to our Voices for Voices TikTok shop and you make your purchases there, you're gonna get every single copy that you purchase of either of these. They're all gonna be autographed. And if you have a special message or you want, I can make that out to that, the special people, the special person, and I can go ahead and do that. But when you find the same exact books on Amazon, but you're not going to find the autographed editions and the ability to personalize. So what we just showed you are right now the four books that you can find on our TikTok shop. Right now, the Adalan, which we're showing here, comic book, that is available on our Voices for Voices TikTok shop, as well as the Young Siren Born. Both of these are authored by David Solomon. Cooper Saunders did the artwork for the cover and the inside of the Adalan. David Solomon did the story, and the Young Siren Born. David Solomon did both the artwork for the cover as well as wrote both wrote the story as well. You can purchase both of these as well on Amazon, or you can buy them on our TikTok shop. The only difference between these two and these two, so the House of You, Mental Health, and Workforce Prep books, these, if you purchase off of our TikTok shop, are autographed and can be personalized. These two, the Adalan and Young Siren Born, at this time, we do not have any autographed by our author, David Solomon. That is something we're hoping to change in the future. But all four of those can be purchased today on our Voices for Voices TikTok shop. So we just wanted to uh, take some time and really now that we're starting to bolster our TikTok shop, and since we're doing TikTok lives, which was something we weren't doing, uh, we want to make sure that we're letting all of our followers, no matter if they're on uh, our TikTok lives or they're not, or whether they're, our loyal followers, listeners, viewers of our show. So that's why, we took this opportunity to go through. Okay, so we're gonna head back here, see if this looks alrighty, cool. Didn't know there for a second. We had the zooming in and the zooming out. If you're listening, don't worry about it. There's just the camera that we have right now that we use from time to time. We were showing shots of like photos of the front covers and the back covers of the books that we were going through, sharing that they're all four of them are on TikTok, our Voices for Voices TikTok shop. And if you purchase the workforce prep or the mental health books, those are all signed by the author, myself, and I can personalize them if that is something that you would if you would like, we can do that for as many as you order. For the other two, the Young Siren Born and the Adalan comic book, we don't have any of those signed by our author. Those are we've been running on back order because you, our fans, our followers, uh, are are finding these books to be very very interesting and want to get your hands on. So we will be getting some signed copies at a future date, but right now we don't. So uh, whether you purchase on our TikTok shop or on Amazon, there's no there's no difference because none of those either way are signatures signed. We would recommend you purchase off of the TikTok shop because we can get it out to you quicker. Now, if you have Amazon Prime and you can get it in 4 hours, that's a little bit different. We can't match that, but we can get it out typically a lot sooner for others that don't have or don't use the Prime. Um, then when we're on back order, we have copies in our offices that we're able to send out your way. So this episode was a pretty good episode that we were able to talk about, those four books that we do have in our TikTok shop right now. So as you're watching and listening to this particular episode, episode number 380, you can uh, you can head on over to our Voices for Voices TikTok shop, make those purchases. If you get the workforce prep or the mental health, just let us know what you would like that the signature uh or the personalization rather that you would like for me to make those out to. So we get those personalizations as well as the signatures. I've already pre-signed them uh, with the golden Sharpie. So we'll add the personalization with the golden Sharpie too. Uh, please check out our TikTok lives. Please give us the big thumbs up. Please smash that subscribe button. The more subscribers we have, the more people we can help. And it's because of you that we're able to help so many more people than we can do on our own. And so share this podcast, this TV show, whether it's this episode or we recommend that you download all of them and then you can go through at your leisure. Because again, this is episode 380. So that's 380, 380. Uh, as you heard me say in the past, uh, if we look at the totality of uh, TV shows and podcasts, streaming, um, not very many make them past 100 episodes. And then there's even less to make it to 200, less to make it to 300, and even less to make it to 400. So we're continuing to break records is I guess what we're getting at. And the only way we were able to do that is because of you. So we want to say thank you very much. We love you no matter where you're at on this beautiful planet Earth. And we look forward to bringing more more content to you. We look forward to connecting more with our TV show and podcast. Thank you if you've been with us from the beginning. If you haven't, pick your favorite audio platform and download all 300 episodes, and then at your leisure, then you can look through and listen to the ones that really make that impact to you. We've interviewed the San Diego District Attorney Summer Stephan. We've interviewed this year Allison Berry and her mom, Miss Anna, who connected with Senator Ted Cruz to get the Take It Down law passed federally, both by the House and the Senate, signed into law by President Donald J. Trump. I believe it was in May that that occurred. We interviewed them, same outfits, and the actual pen the president used to into sign this into law. Uh, we've interviewed Oksana Bayul, gold medal figure skater from the 90s. We have uh, a lot of exciting interviews and just trying to help as many people as we can while we're here on Earth. And because of you, we're able to do that. So thank you very much. If you can please hit that subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, share. All those things are free to do. And if it so moves you, Voices for Voices, we are a charity. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit charity organization. So all donations are 100% tax deductible, and you can make donations. There's not an amount that is too small or too big. And you can donate today and any day at lovevoices.org. That is lovevoices.org. That is lovevoices.org. And how do you spell lovevoices.org? That is LOVEVOICES dot ORG. That's lovevoices.org. Thank you so much. We love you. Uh, we're praying for you, whether you're with us or if you're against us. Uh, we we're all in this together. We're all human beings. We all have feelings, and we're trying to help people. So If you're somebody that likes to help people, feel free to reach out and we can help people together. Until next time, take care. We'll see you next time.